Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you're watching us. How are you all doing? We are back again. Happy New Year. Happy New Year 2025. How was Christmas? How was New Year? There was so much going on in our families, as you know, as you have been. We all have been in different shapes and forms, but all for good. And we thank God that we managed today to come here and to get together and to do this interview. So I hope all of you are doing well. For those of you who don't know us, we are the three women of God who come here and chit chat about family, about our faith, about our digital business, about our professions. These two lovely women are professionals as well, civil servants, and I'm a nurse for those of you who don't know me. So we always come here as much as we can so that we can share what we do and how we are coping and what our strategies are today. But before we start today, I want to ask you if you have any questions and if you have any comments, please ask us. We will attempt to answer them for you. But today we are going to discuss about what it looks like a new beginning. What is it for you? How was the 2024 with all your goals, your plans, the challenge? And how much courage did you have to go through again to 2025? Are you still the same person? Are you still looking forward for a new beginning? That's what we are going to discuss, how we set everything, what we do, and how we are going so far for 10 days. When we say new beginning, we are really exhausted with Christmas, New Year, as you all know, with families. But everything is good, and we thank God that it's a new year. So welcome for those of you who are watching us live or who's going to watch our replay later. We just want to say welcome. Sis Lillian, over to you.
Hi. Good evening. Thank you so much, everyone. And thank you, Senate, for such a lovely introduction. And maybe I should introduce myself again. It's a new year, right? We've called it a new beginning, isn't it? So let's start
Yeah,
afresh, right? So I'm
absolutely.
Lillian and I live in England. Well, we all live in England, actually. But I'll say for the benefit of those that live perhaps in the United States or Canada, because we are truly global. And I also know that I have new engagement from people outside of United Kingdom. So I am Lillian and we live in England, or I live in England. I am a data analyst by profession and a proud digital business owner. I'm also a mom of two beautiful kids. And God has been very kind to me, blessed me with one of each, a boy and a girl. And I'm married to the best man ever. And yes, so that's me in a nutshell. And I would want to use this medium to say thank you to all of my new followers, new engagements, those that are watching, those that will catch the replay later. Thank you. And I hope that this session inspires you today. And I'm going to pass it on to the sister on my left. I always find it very confusing, left, right. Sometimes I don't know how I.
Sis Lillian, I'm only down. Don't worry. So she's only the
You can't go wrong. Say right, say left. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Oh dear. So yes, I'm the lady on the left or the right or wherever. So to our viewers, to our followers, to people that will be watching later, this is when you're lost for words at times, right? So this is me. I'm Tolu Shomade. Okay, let's reset. I think the excitement is getting too much into this.
It was too much
Anyway,
from the beginning, Tolu. Don't worry. This is the problem, guys. When we meet, right, we all met online first, and then offline, and then we went online, and we become sisters, and we become family. And then when we meet, the excitement just takes over before even we start our interview. So never mind, Tolu, just start it over.
Honestly, I don't know. I'm just excited. So, yes, even after a very long week, we thank God this is the beginning, the first working week of the year, isn't it? So, Happy New Year to our followers, to those that don't know me, who are seeing me for the first time, or who might be seeing me at some point later. So, yes, I'm Tolu Shomade. I'm going to introduce myself as well. Tolu Shomade. I live in the UK with my family. Well, I have two boys, two teenage boys, and yeah, as you expect, those years are exciting years. Yeah, but we thank God. I live with my husband as well here, and I work within the civil service as a policy officer. So I think the reason why I really need to, introduce myself again, particularly based on the fact that I've had to open another business page. So I've had people, some of my friends reaching out to me that, is this actually you? Is this you? I got a link to like or to follow a page. So yes, it's me. I'm streaming it on the other page as well. So if you see it, yes, it's me. So for our new people that are following me on the new page, which is T Shomade Digital Marketing, yes, this is your girl. So thank you for the likes, for the followers, and even for our old followers on our pages as well. Thank you for always being with us, engaging with us. They don't go unnoticed. Thank you. And we hope we'll have more engagements, more blessings to share with you this year. We are excited. So yes, over to you, Sunay.
Great. So you both, what you did is you introduced yourself and then you just left me behind. So guys, for those of you who don't know me, these mysterious ladies always do this. I don't mind. That's fine. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Sanait. I am originally from Eritrea in Northeast Africa. I lived in the UK for about 18 years now. I've got two handsome young men, my children. They don't want to be called my children anymore because they are young adults. And yeah, I work as a nurse. And I've been married when they said, like, yes, my husband, my beautiful husband, and this and that. But I've been married for 27 years. I'm older than both of them, right? So that's a little bit about me. And I'm a proud digital business owner. I enjoy it so much. This is the thing. We work. We are all professionals, as my sister said. But when we come together out of the profession we have that stress us out in a specific time, the times that we work is timed specific from 9 to 5, 8 to 5, or whatever. When we come here, owning a digital business where we could run it whenever we want, wherever we want. And that is the blessing out of it. And we just do it joyfully. Honestly, we just do it joyfully. And that is the beauty of it. So for today, we are going to talk a little bit about 2025 goals, right? So we always set up as human beings, as you know, this resolution and that resolution and the goals and this and that. And then things come up at times, then you might not be able to do it. I used to be that person many years ago. I should say I have changed a lot and I'm still looking forward to change as well. So I always pray that God change me, right? Because I need God to change me because I can't change myself. I go back to old habits often because of either the pressure in the family, the pressure at work, the pressure wherever. It's so hard. So most resolutions fail in February and maybe at the end of January. They don't really go farther. So you even try to do a couple of things that doesn't work sometimes because the mind is doing something, what you put on as a goal is something, and then you can't put that effort to run your goal, to reach your goal, or to commit to that effort. So the first thing I say is it has to be measurable within your limits. You have to be able to do it. right? You have to commit that time, because like for myself, I can't say, okay, every day I will commit 5 hours. That is not possible, right? Because I don't have that 5 hours, but I have got pockets of monies. I call them, because they are called, time is called money as well. So these pockets of money, I call them, what it is 15 minutes break, 10 minutes break, waiting for a colleague to go on a double up visit, or this and that, this and that. You have a lot of time. Within a day, you will be surprised at how much time you have if you are really aware and think and write them. You'll be surprised, because most of the times we tell ourselves like, oh, I don't have time. And that I don't have time, because you said it. The words we speak have got power, the Bible says. Okay? So there is a lot of things that you can do, but you cannot do unmeasurable things immediately with what you plan. So my experience, a little bit about me, is I do write goals for next year. I do write everything, but it doesn't mean I execute every goal within that year, because things can happen, challenges come, family, unexpected stuff happen. You change your work, you go there, you do this, you do that. It's like either you're going to give up, because you're not going to push yourself where you cannot. But this is how it worked for me in the last, perhaps like about 3 years now. How it worked for me is I try to do little things every day, but consistently. Okay? Either it is reading a book for my self-development, either it is my Bible, my prayer, my meditation, and my exercise, and my coffee. They all come before I go to work, right? They have to come before I go to work. Otherwise, I can't do them. And if I don't do these things in the morning early, I feel like I'm lost the whole day. My brain is everywhere, because the time that I spend with God helps me to focus and think in my head in the right place. And then I plan what am I going to do the day. So I start my day basically in a good shape. Not always, it doesn't happen. When I say that to you, there are days. I woke up this morning, it was 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock was the time that I supposed to leave from the house, right? So where is the exercise? There is no exercise. There is no business checking. There is no this. There is no that. It just does not happen. And I did not have a fuel in my car, so I had to go to the station before I go to work. And it was like, it was a big lesson. The only reason is because I forgot to put my alarm on last night, because I thought it was already on. So the more we plan, small changes every day, these are the ones that help us to see in the future, and you get a better and greater results in a year. But it doesn't mean that you would not fail like I did today, and we have to accept it. The fact that we are human beings, things going to happen. We have families, we have work. We don't have to beat ourselves and feel guilty about this, about that. No. We are still functioning, we are still doing, there is no accident, so we can still go. But I go back again tomorrow. Now I know I failed today, but tomorrow I'm going to be awake. But this happens like twice a year or 3 times a year. I'm okay with that. But I accept it as a fault, yes, but I still move on for the new beginning. So this year, I'm committed to do everything I did last year, because I had good results at the end of the year. As you guys know, in the business, yes, in our family, yes, in my self-development, yes. It's a testimony that I am able to come and do this interview with my beautiful sisters as well, because they have confidence, right? All with God's help, you can do it as well. So this is how I function. You start it small, and then you do it consistently every day. But you have to choose. You have a choice as well. We as moms, we don't have much choice. I can say that to you, because we give priority to our families. We look after ourselves, yes, but not often as we're supposed to. I should say that as a mother, that's how I feel, because we give ourselves to our family. That's our priority. And we give ourselves to the most precious thing, which is our family. But at the same time, we are also required to look after ourselves. We are required to grow in our business. We are required to grow in our profession. We're required to grow in everything we do. So it's in excellence with God's help, of course. So this is how I see things. The small changes that you do every day actually take you to the bigger picture, because
Yeah.
you can't do everything at once, which is not measurable. Say, like by the end of January, I'm going to be like Superman kind of thing, which you can't, because you're a human being. You still are required to work. You still have to wake up. You still have to check your family, do your business, do everything. So trying to do that is a big thing for me. It was a life-changing thing. How about you guys? How do you feel?
So there was something that's such a very lovely way to put it. And I'm just going to pick up on something you said at the very beginning, which was people say they don't have time. Time is pocket of currency. I love that because that is the reality. We think when we think of currency, we think money, but do you know the currency that everybody has in equal measure? Time.
Mhm.
And it is how you spend that time that determines how your life would look like. And why do I say that? We plus the wealthy people, plus the people that are struggling to get by, everybody, every single human being on this earth has 24 hours. There is
Absolutely.
nobody that has an extra 1 minute. There is nobody that has an extra 30 seconds. It is the same 24 hours that we all have. So, how is it that some people are more successful than others? How is it that some people are wealthier than others? How? It is how you spend your currency, time.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
you are rich people, to be honest. It's just how do we are we're on the same level. We're on the same level playing field. But the difference is how you spend your time. And Sister Knight also talked about how um you don't need to have um what's it called? You don't need to give yourself too much. She's in fact she said it all really. Break your goals down, make it small, take it step by step, and you will get there. Give yourself grace, give yourself patience, give yourself, but just keep going and showing up. You see, showing up is very important. No matter how terrible you feel, no matter what you're going through, you have to show up. That is the difference between someone that has achieved their goal or someone that has not achieved their goal. So you need to go and reflect. This is a moment of reflection. I know they say reflection is in December. Personally, I don't set my goals in on New Year. No. I moved away from that because it seemed like a fad in quotes for me personally anyway. Everybody was talking New Year resolution, and then as you said, February is all down the drain. So I changed things around. It doesn't mean I don't think about things, but my main goals I set them in October. Why October? Because that's my birth month. So I use that time to plan what I want my next birthday to look like. Yes, it's a year, the timeline is there, but it's less pressure because not everybody is setting their plans as mine. So it takes me away from that pressure of New Year resolution, New Year resolution, New Year resolution. Maybe that might be a way for someone today, to break out of the New Year resolution thing and maybe consider setting it outside maybe your anniversary. You can use your wedding anniversary if you're married. You could use your parents' anniversary if you're not. Anything special to you. That could be your year. That could be the year you start thinking about what you want to achieve or where you see yourself in the years to, in a year's time. So I tend to look at my goals from the big picture. I look at it from a 10-year goal and then I break it down backwards. So as I'm sitting down here today, I know where I would want to be, where I want to be in 10 years' time. Now, what do I need to do today to get me to that point. And that is me now looking at it backwards. So I set my goals backwards, actually, not upwards. So that's another tip for anyone that may be struggling to find their new beginning, because it's time for us to break out from this cycle of setting goals and not meeting up with them. You know, it's time for us to break out, and that's why we call this year the year of new beginning. Now, it's also okay to be flexible, because it's important, as my sister has said, life happens. There are some things that are totally out of your control, and there is absolutely nothing you can do with that. And that was why in the beginning I said, give yourself grace. Be graceful to yourself. As long as you know in your heart that you've given it your best, then be graceful. So be flexible, but keep pushing. When life shifts, be ready to shift, because sometimes that detour might be what you need. So, and as a working mom, I know people, one of the things people ask me is, oh, where do you get the time to do this? It's still down to the, where do I see myself in XYZ? Then the time to do what I need to do now would definitely come because time is your currency. This second can never be gained back again. The minutes, the 20 minutes you lose can never be gained back again. So use it wisely. That's the motto. Just be intentional about your time and how you manage it, and how, just think to yourself, this thing I'm doing right now, what goal is it meeting? If it is not meeting any your goal, then it's not relevant. You probably should be changing what it is that you're doing. Except maybe it's your time to relax or your time to wind down, which of course is very important. We need to go on holidays. It's so important. But you just need to have some planning and some flexibility to be able to make things happen. There really and truly is no excuse to anyone wanting to do anything. I don't have time. Oh, it's too much. That means you are not prioritizing properly. You're taking too much at a time. You need to break it down into smaller chunks. Your day, she started from her day. Some people start from her week. Anyhow, that works for you. But break it down so that you can achieve the goal. So remember, when you're looking at the big picture, that also inspires you to keep going. So you have to have a big goal. That's another thing. If your goal is not big enough, it doesn't keep you inspired. You just find yourself falling by the wayside. So that thing has to be big, and you really need to want it so badly that, honestly, it will take over. When I say take over, it means you will be more than ready to do it, whatever it takes to get to it. So I think that's what it is for me. Just hang in there, set the goals, manage them, manage your time, be kind and be flexible, be gracious to yourself, and hopefully this year will be better than every other year you've always had. Hope these tips help you. Over to my sister Tolu.
Oh my God, there's so many nuggets both of you have dropped, and I had to take some notes at some point, particularly that when I'll pick on from Senite first about time is currency.
Yep.
On a pockets of currency, not just currency, pockets. So you can decide, when you have a pocket full of £1, £5 note, £10 note, what £10 will get you will be different from a penny or £1. But at the same time, we all have this same currency. We all have the same currency. It now depends on what you spend your own currency on. So spend that currency wisely and make sure, that's the way it's speaking to me. And I'm sure I'm speaking to someone as well, because it's speaking to me that make sure you spend that currency wisely. So if you're going to put all the 1p coins together so that you are able to prioritize based on the value of 1p is different from a pound, from £10, right? So what you would do with £1, that penny is different from what you do with the £10. So it's all about prioritizing. Do I do this at the expense of this? But if you sit down and, put them in pockets and use them wisely, you will see results, definitely. And then I'm going to pick on what Lillian said about goal setting, starting from the big picture. I'm also a big picture person because I just sit down And I just look, when you just sit down, you just look like, oh, in the next 10 years, what exactly do I want? This is where I want to be. This is this. And you just dream. There's you have to be able to dream big. You even the Bible wants us, we shouldn't constrain our mind, because our God, we can't put God in a box.
No.
So it makes sense for you to have those big dreams, that even when you think about it, you think me, this girl, this tiny girl, thinking of these big dreams. But then it's something else. It doesn't end there. We now have to break it down into chunks that we can work with. And so I really like how you put those things out there. And for me, I guess my own angle of it is making sure these goals are, at work. We as professionals, we hear all of this. It's like a thing of smart goals. Why it does make sense. It applies to every area of our life.
Yeah.
Smart, being specific about it. Like Sinai say, you can't say, I'm going to spend 5 hours on my business, but doing what exactly? Because you can spend 5 hours just scrolling, and social media, it's it's addictive at times. You can spend that 5 hours and not gain anything from it. I'm speaking to myself too, because there are days when I look at my time thinking, Tolu, what have you been doing? You've just been looking. But at the same time, as a business owner as well, what I've learned to appreciate now is when I'm looking at those things, I'm not just looking at it. People might think I'm just looking at it. These people sat down, they created this content that we like. I say this to my children as well. You sit down, we look at them, they have million views and all of that. They sat down, they did something. That's why we are seeing it regularly and we're enjoying it, particularly if it's someone you really admire. You don't mind spending the whole day on their page, just scrolling. So when I scroll like that, I pick things as well, which I can use for my own, social media, whatever thing I need to do. So that's where you have to be specific about it. It has to be measurable. You have to be able to tie it to something, not just, open-ended. You should be, what am I measuring this thing against? It has to be achievable. Yes, it's good to dream big, but when you are setting those smaller goals, maybe a weekly goal or a monthly goal or thereabouts, it has to be achievable, something you can achieve. So that's how you'll be able to track it and make sure, okay, actually, I did this. This is, it's taking me towards my goal in the short run at the moment. Yeah. And then it has to be realistic. You have to be real. That's where the aspect of being kind to yourself, being flexible and being honest with yourself. You have to be realistic about this thing, this goal. Can I actually achieve it? So yourself. It's not about showing up for another person. You have to be realistic with yourself, and it must be time bound as well. It has to be time bound. You can't leave it endless. It has to be time bound. And so for me, what I decided for my business side, I joined a group. In 6 months we have a goal to achieve within 6 months, and then in that group, you have daily tasks, you have weekly tasks that you have to do. Does that mean I joined this week? And that's what I'm putting out there about being kind to yourself. Have I completed all the 7 stuff? No. But I'm motivated because when I go into the group, I see people that are consistent and I'm like, they don't have 2 heads. I need to do this. I need to get up. But I'm doing something in other ways, but not necessarily that way. So that's why when I'm speaking to myself and I'm putting it out there that it's okay. Be kind to yourself. I haven't achieved all I need to achieve this week, but that's not the end of the world. Let's be kind to ourselves. Be consistent. Show up for whatever you want to do. Particularly if you're thinking of starting a business, this is the best time to restart. The beginning of a year as well is the best start to do something different. If last year things haven't gone the way you want, this is a good time to maybe check out what we have to offer here. There's nothing, we're not putting anything to anybody's head. We're just sharing this information and what is working. You know, people are achieving milestones, celebrations are going on, and we are being gingered. You know, we meet people, you have connection with people, and you just develop yourself in a way that you yourself be proud of yourself. So yes, do something different. Don't just sit on it. And I think I'll leave it there. Over to you.
Amazing. Amazing, amazing. You guys are very, very amazing. There is no word called very, very amazing, but you are wonderful, ladies. You have given a lot of wisdom into what you both said. I could pick up a lot, but we ran out of time.
Yeah.
But you know what? On this note, if you are a mom, if you are a professional, if you are looking for a new beginning, what we're asking you is come and join us and see if our business model is a good fit for you. We are not saying come and join us, be one part of ours. No, because our business model is not for everybody. If you're not a serious person, we can't work with you either. So what we're saying is you have got all our websites. Whoever resonates with you, please come and join us and see for yourself. We have an initial fee. You can sign up to register by putting your name and your email. After that, we can lead you into the initial fee to check our business model. So I want to say something about this. Someone asked me yesterday, why do I have to pay to check a business? You tell me about everything. That's not how it works. We have a policy, we have procedures. You follow our policy, you follow our procedure. The same way that we're asking you to come, when you come, we expect you respectfully to follow our what we guide you or what we give you and the way we work, because it doesn't change for another person. It's the same for everybody. So pay the 149, which is 30 days money back guarantee. We can refund you. It's not a problem. Our refund policy is the same day. And you will have the business model in your email. You check that business model. We'll take all your questions. If the business is not for you, you ask us for a refund, we refund you. If the business is for you, we will further guide you on what to do and how to do things, right? So yeah, come and check it out. It's a legitimate business. We pay our taxes for everything we do. And we would like you to know as well and make use of what we're doing at the same time. So we are going to close for now. God bless you. Have a lovely weekend, and we love you all. Until next time. Bye-bye. Have a good night.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you very much for joining. And thank you to that one person. I just want to say a big thank you to the one person that has stayed from the beginning to the end. I don't know whose page it is from.
Theodora.
Thank you.
Theodora Mikael. She is my mentee. All the way
Thanks,
from
Deborah.
Turkey.
Oh, there's one on my page as well.
So much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I hope this has inspired you to get going.
Yeah,
we'll come
she
back
will
again.
get going. She's a brilliant, brilliant girl. She will get going.
Good.
God bless you, Tedu. I love you.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.